Hello and welcome back to the Joyful Soul Creates. Charlotte here, and I am back with another design team project for Skull and Cross Buns. This is one of the cards I made for the television show last week, and I am using one of the bundles from the show, which is the I Believe in Unicorns bundle. If you did miss the bundle, you can buy the stamp set and I believe the embellishment as well directly from Skull and Cross Buns, and I will have product links down below for you. And don't forget, if you purchase, you can use the discount code DESIGNTEAM to save 10% on your order, so remember to do that. So I'm going to be doing a heat embossed pattern for the background of my card, and I'm using the small stamps from the I Believe in Unicorn stamp set. My embossing ink pad is a bit dirty, but that doesn't matter, it doesn't affect the colour of the ink at all. It is drying out though, and as I stamped out all the clouds at once before adding the powder, some of them didn't take the powder very well because they'd already started to dry. The worst one I just re-stamped, and the other ones I will show you how I fix them later. Next I'm going in with the rainbow and cloud from the stamp set. I'm trying to be kind of random with my pattern, but I'm also trying to make sure they are all oriented from the top down, if that makes sense, rather than rotating them. I'm having them stamped hanging off the edge as well to give the impression that this pattern is from a larger pattern. And I'm just going back in with more stamps, smaller stamps, and filling in the different spaces. So now I'm going in with the little star with the face and kind of dreaming star, and filling in some of those areas, some of the larger areas that I have left. And I will add more white embossing powder to those and heat set those. I didn't heat set after every single application of powder because I don't want to overheat my card and warp it. So for example, I did both lots of rainbow clouds, added their powder, and then heat embossed them rather than heat embossing after one lot of stamping. I still had quite a few little gaps and I wanted to fill out my pattern even more, so I went in with the large solid star to fill in some gaps, and I will also go in with the smaller solid star to fill in the gaps even more. It does make a quite busy background, but I think as it's only white and I'm not colouring it, it doesn't seem too busy. It's not distracting. And here is where I go in with those little stars and just fill in the last areas that I want to fill in. And I'm going to just do a few at the bottom and add the powder to those because, as I said, my ink was drying out. And then I'll go in with the ones to the top as well. And I do the heat embossing mostly off camera just because you know what heat embossing looks like. So here is where I will fix the worst of the mistakes. I'm going to take a white gel pen which matches the white embossing and just fill in some of those areas where the powder didn't quite take properly, just to neaten it up a bit. It doesn't look perfect, and I think that adds to the quirkiness of the card. I have a strip of white to which I'm adding my sentiment, which is just the word dream, and then I decided to add the little kind of sleeping eyes all over that strip in Spun Sugar Distress ink, just for a very subtle pink look. I edged the sentiment strip with black. I felt that would pull in the black of the sentiment a bit more, and it looked tidier having a matte for the sentiment than having it just directly against the card base. And I did lose some footage at the end, my camera died, but I used double-sided tape to adhere the sentiment strip into place, and once that was down I added the pink rainbow embellishment just using some liquid glue, and that completed my card. It's a fairly simple card. The most time consuming part was stamping and heat embossing the background, but I think it's quite pretty and an easy technique to do, nothing too difficult. As I said, if you like these products, I will link below and you can use the code DESIGNTEAM to save on your order. If you liked this video, do press the like button and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any future videos. On screen is another video I've made for Skull and Cross Buns, as well as a second video you may be interested in, and I will see you next time. Bye!